Hello. Okay. Another episode of Oshikatsu Pod, or the Oshikatsu Pod, so TOP. I like coming up with these funny acronyms, if you can't tell. It makes things fun, and I just like doing it. Okay, so Chaser Game W2 Season 2 trailer just dropped today, like this morning, while I was sleeping, like at, I don't know, 3 a.m. in the morning. Um, so like I woke up. It was also, iPhone 16 dropped too, the pre-orders. So I had to like get up already around 5 a.m. Luckily, it's not as crazy in past years where like you'd have the page with timeout or like you would not get the order through. So Apple has done a good job of like streamlining the process. So you fill out the details beforehand, and then when it's time, they put you in a queue, and then when you're ready, you go in, you place your order. So, anyways, yeah, I got iPhone 16 Pro Max. Um, okay, but I'm losing track. I'm like going off on a tangent here. Chaser Game W2 Season 2. Ooh, it was so good. Um, I don't want to record make this into a video where I, record the actual trailer. I might get like copyright strike or whatever. So I'm going to play it, and then, yeah, you guys can just, let's just play the sound.
会いたかった。私も。
さよならしてから
私が教えたマッチングアプリ登録しました？まだ吹っ切れてないんですか？
So we see Itsuki and Fuyu together in the beginning. I think this is probably the end of the show. And then they show Itsuki in the cafe. So this is an actual cafe in Tokyo. I was going to visit it, but it's just a little bit out of the way. So, and they have like weird times. It's not open like every day. Um, yeah, so it seems like they're reshooting it at the same spot. And then you see two former Didi Sha or Didi Company co-workers with Itsuki. They're looking at some kind of paper. I don't know. Maybe they're getting advice from her about what to do about some game. I don't know. And then, what was her name? Yuina, so Kubo. So Kubo, the one with the glasses, I guess she recommended some app to Itsuki, some dating app to match her up with someone. And in it, you kind of create like a profile of your ideal person. And Itsuki, she created one that looks like exactly like Fuyu. You can just tell, like it looks a little bit creepy, like AI-ish. Um, but like maybe I think she's trying to find her maybe this way. Anyways, let's continue.
私も。ああ、なんや、でも綺麗になったね。
いつきの方が綺麗になっ
So Itsuki is working at that shop now. She's a shop manager of that cafe. So that cafe, both of them went there often during their college days. So she feels that if she stays there, maybe Fuyu will come back and she'll see her again. Kind of crazy because they haven't like been keeping in contact, but we know at the end of season one that does happen. She does come back, right? So this season two picks up from there.
綺麗になったね。
いつきの方が綺麗になった。
今日のリポートを紹介してもいいですか？
피치키 보고 싶었어.
So they flashback. Well, it's not maybe not a flashback, but it starts off right after season one ends, where Fuyu comes back with like her luggage, and they're in the cafe, and I think it's closing time because it's dark, and they're up in that loft area, and they're talking, they're snuggling. Who knows what else they're gonna do? Anyway, so okay.
今日のリポートを紹介してもいいですか？
피치키 보고 싶었어.
Okay, now we have some trouble coming here. So there's this Korean influencer, South Korean influencer, who is Itsuki's first love. She comes back into the picture. She's like running into the cafe and hugs Itsuki. So, and even kisses her. But I've had some friends like that too who are very touchy-feely. But this is actually her first girlfriend though. So there's some people who are more affectionate than others. Yeah. But she has long hair, she's blonde. She has like a very sweet voice. But Itsuki is kind of like in shock.
집에서 홈스테이 했었거든. 아이따갔다. 꼭 가지고 싶은 게 생겼어. 그러니까 손에 넣을 때까진 일본에 있을게.
So we see Yoram and Itsuki together. They're just wondering how they know each other. So before this, they said, "Oh, someone tells Itsuki like, oh, we have an interviewer. Like, can we introduce her to you?" And I think that is Yoram. So Yoram comes into the picture to maybe write up some story or something related to Itsuki's involvement with the gang, which is like the Celestial Maidens, right? That they were working on in season one. Because if you remember, in season one, there's like a big billboard of it, and it's finally released, but Itsuki is not in the picture anymore. So maybe they want to get her feedback on the game. Maybe the game has become like this big success. So they're, and in Yoram being like this influencer, they want to kind of maybe create content around that. But you see Itsuki and Yoram up in the loft, the cafe loft, and they're eating parfaits, and this is recorded and sent to Fuyu, who I'm not sure where she's at. She looks like she's in a library or something. Okay, and she looks pissed off.
가지고 싶은 게 생겼어. 그러니까 손에 넣을 때까진 일본에 있을게. 私たち体も心も結ばれ.
Okay, then oh my god. So we see Yoram and Itsuki having dinner or something, and they're drinking like Korean, it's probably soju. I saw the bottle, it had some Korean on it. This is like a throwback to season one, where all of the employees at the company bought Chinese alcohol to kind of welcome Fuyu into the project. So they're just reusing a few kind of elements from season one here. And then we see them later on in bed. I think they're naked. It looks like it. But I think it's all staged, right? It looks like it's in some hotel, some fancy hotel. And Itsuki wakes up kind of in shock. So I think this is all staged. And I think Gyoram was hired by Fuyu's mom to kind of break Itsuki and Fuyu up.
꼭 가지고 싶은 게 생겼어. 그러니까 손에 넣을 때까진 일본에 있을게. 私たち
And then, so now, next, you hear Yuram just talking. She says something like, she finally has what she needs, and she's going to stay in Japan until she gets it. But then you see kind of like this subtext on the screen. It says like, disagreements, misunderstandings and disagreements. And then it goes to like this fancy house. I guess it's in China because you see Fuyu's mom and you see Fuyu, and it's very like opulent. If you guys don't know though, this is originally based off of a manga. So in the manga, I do remember one scene where Ski, which is Fuyu's daughter, she has a small bit part in the manga, and there's a guy who takes Ski back to her home, and they like happen upon this like crazy like opulent house. So it's all kind of intermingled with like what Matsuyama, the CEO of CyberConnect 2, which is the company that created Chaser Game and Chaser Game W. So it ties in like his ideas, I think, into this season 2. But the mother is telling Fuyu that, her dad is going to be like elected as some chairman for some like board. So he's like a high ranking official, and they are rich, right? So and then the mom mentions that everyone is going to go through like a thorough background check.
人和女人交往绝对不是正常的行为。
陛下が何か知らないけど、私の地球を巻き込むのはやめて。ママの言う普通に縛られたくない。
Okay. So the mom is still talking, and she tells, I don't know who because we don't know, everything is out of context. So the mom says, everyone's gonna get a background check. So I think she's trying to erase whatever Fuyu did in Japan, which is, be in a relationship with another woman. She even says that, it's like, that's not normal, like being in a relationship with another woman. Then you see Itsuki with a bunch of like harassment written on a bunch of paper, crumpled up paper that says like, you're shameless. I don't know what else it said, but there was a lot of them. And then the next scene, we see Yoram and Fuyu, and Yoram, she slaps Fuyu, most likely because of what Itsuki is going through, all the harassment from Fuyu's mom, and she doesn't like it, so she confronts her and slaps her. And then I'm not sure where she's at. It looks like it's some hotel that she's at right now, like some divey hotel. But yeah, let's continue.
陛下が何か知らないけど、私の地球を巻き込むのはやめて。
So she tells her like stop like dragging Itsuki into this and making her suffer essentially, right? Um, yeah.
ママの言う普通に縛られたくない。それを教えてくれた
So
の。
then now they flash back to college. We don't really know, but then there is a calendar up in one of the screens, one of the shots, I mean, and it's dated like 2015. I forget what. I can't even see it, but it's like when they were both like 19 years old. I think I read it somewhere on Twitter, but it's an old calendar, so you can tell that it was. So sorry, I'm back. Um, my partner was interrupting me. Okay. Um, okay. Should I just record this later? Um, so okay, it flashes back to college, and this looks like they're living together. There's an old PlayStation 2, 3 controller I see on the screen. They're playing some game. They're eating. They're having fun, enjoying each other's company. Um, but, but yeah, so they just look happy. But let's go on.
ママの言う普通に縛られたくない。それを教えてくれたのは。
冬が決めていいんだよ。
So there's some life lessons here that Fuyu has learned from Itsuki. Probably like don't, live by someone else's expectations, which is her mother, and living under her mother's rule. And yeah, but it seems like Itsuki is okay. And I think might be the first time they break. I don't know but this is in college.
親や親戚のために自分を犠牲にするのが君の望みなの。もしそうだとしたら。
There's some scenes of them, Yuram taking photos, so she is probably still interviewing fake in air quotes. Itsuki. And then we see Itsuki, Robucho is also shows up. Then you have Fuyu's husband in the scene now, and he confronts her and says like are you sacrificing who you are for your family, which is like her parents. He doesn't want any part of it, so he just wants her to be happy. So this is probably when she goes back to China, maybe, because she's wearing all black. She looks very solemn, and she's still wearing the necklace that she got with Itsuki.
チュキちゃんが大人になった時にチュキちゃんに見てほしい景色ってどんな景色なのかな。チェイサーゲームダブル2美しき天女たち。
And then we hear Yuram talking. Wait, let's go back to the husband. The husband kind of gives like, it's not an ultimatum, but he's telling her to like, hey, just probably like live what you want. How do you want to live? So you can be happy. Then we hear Yuram talking. She's talking about Ski, which is like Fuyu's daughter, telling Fuyu like what do you want Fuyu to, or what do you want Itsuki, what do you want Ski to grow up and remember, right? As an adult. Like, what do you want to show her? What is she? And then you see a picture of two women dressed up in wedding dresses. She's fine with it, I think. Most kids are they're very understanding. So, and then we see a screenshot of, it says like never letting go. So like they should be together. Then they're running and then they hug. Okay, let's watch it some more.
なのかな。チェイサーゲームダブル2美しき天女
Okay, and then that's it. That's the end of it. Yeah, so let me record some more thoughts later. I'll be back. Okay, so closing thoughts and predictions. So I think I know what's going to happen already. Just based on this trailer. And people are like, why do you know? Like, well, 'cause I like telling stories. I'm a wannabe writer and I'm always thinking crazy stuff. And then also it's about piecing things together and just knowing how things work, right? Talking to people, stories, whatever. So, okay. So what's gonna happen for season 2? So my predictions, okay, they're gonna start off with Itsuki and Fuyu. Okay, they meet. They probably will show that last scene maybe after the first part. So they will probably start off with like showing the time before, not before, but like right after Fuyu leaves to go back to China. So I think they're going to start off from there, and they'll show, they will show Itsuki working in the what is it, the cafe. So her hope is to see Fuyu again. So they're going to start off with that, and then from that point on, they will, I think, introduce her former co-workers into the mix that you saw, trying to get her like to move on, right? Go on some dating apps and see who she matches up with, and then they will probably cut to the scene where it's the end of season 1, where Fuyu actually does come back with her luggage and wearing that black trench coat. So they'll cut back to that. Fuyu, Itsuki will, get to know each other again, get reacquainted, and then stuff will happen because I think Itsuki will be. They'll probably show scenes of when she was in China, because then we see the mom, we see like her husband. So they'll show some of that. They'll show the reason why she comes back to Japan, and I think that's the scene with her husband in the end of the trailer. And then, of course, there will be that scene with the mom. Then from the mom, I guess like her father is gonna be some high-ranking official. So he, she's done some things that's in the past that's won't look good on him. So, So then Fuyu goes back to Japan. She wants to reunite with Itsuki. And then it seems like she's living by herself, like in some hotel. But I don't know if they're together much. And then there's the her first love, Itsuki's first love, Yoram. She was pop into the picture, and then she will cause some issues for them. And then, but it seems I think they can't be in contact. So Fuyu and Itsuki can't be in contact with each other, I think, due to her father's his appointment into this like council in China, I think. So then from that happens, so they aren't really together during this time, I think. And then so Itsuki she's spending time with Yoram, and Yoram was brought to interview to follow Itsuki around, and I think this is all related to the game they made, the Celestial Maidens. I'm guessing it was a big hit, so even in Korea, they want to make some content around that, so she's hired to follow Itsuki around. There will be some flashbacks of their time together, flashbacks between Itsuki and Fuyu, I mean, like in the college days. There is a scene where they're at the pool, so maybe they go back to their hometown or her hometown. So I don't know where that fits in. Maybe towards the end when everything is okay between all of them. And then the mom, Fuyu's mom, kind of starts harassing Itsuki. It's too much. Something happens with Yoram and Itsuki. They end up in bed together. They spent the night drinking, but I don't think anything happens. It's all just to like pull apart Fuyu and Itsuki. And then what else? But then I feel like Yoram will have a change of heart and she'll go against the mom, because I think Fuyu's mom hires her to break them apart. So I think Yoram confronts Fuyu. They get into a heated argument. She gets slapped. And I think maybe Yoram sees a picture that, Fuyu's daughter drew. So then she has a change of heart, maybe? I'm guessing. This is all my predictions, right? But in the end, they finally do get together. So I don't think we're gonna get much of seeing them two together. Not until the very end and during their college time. So I'm sure all the fans will want a third season. Because I feel like most of the time they will probably be apart. Pretty much like season one, right? They were not together that long. Maybe in episode 4, and then a little bit here and there, and then of course they break up again. So I'm sorry to say, I think they're not going to be together very long throughout season 2. They might, end up together? I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't. They might try drag it out to a third season. That's my guess. Um, yeah. So those are my thoughts, my predictions. You guys let me know what you think. Um, I'm just piecing together what I know from first season, and what I've seen from the trailer, what I've read in articles, um, and what I know from the manga, and what I've read from the writer, the director, and Matsuyama Shacho. So he's the CEO of CyberConnect 2, the creator of Chaser Games. So you can thank him for helping bring this to life. Um, yeah, so yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, see you guys next time.